This is the last of the manual Mercedes. What's left of my hair here, I don't want to get blown around all the time. And these late Mercedes manuals are just really good. Not super loud, but this is a Mercedes after all. In a nice, tight little sports car package. Hey everyone, and welcome back to DC MotorWerks. My name is Cameron, and if you followed the YouTube channel for a while, or even our Bring a Trailer profile, we like rare and special Mercedes and other cars, and this one is no exception. This is the last of the manual Mercedes. So this is a 2013 SLK 250 with the 6-speed manual. It was only available in the 250, which I actually don't think is a bad thing. This is the M271 Evo engine, which I actually like. It has a lot of character, which we'll get to in the drive. This one is a super special one. I have a bad addiction to buying cars, but the good thing is that we pass them all along to you, other enthusiasts that enjoy them as much as we do. And this one is no exception. With 31,000 miles, 6-speed manual, has some nice other options that we'll get into as well. Mainly, I love this color combination. So this is palladium silver with the AMG styling package, and it has the ash and black gray interior. But if you come around, we did just have this detailed, even though it is a little drizzly today. You can see the nice 18-inch wheels there on Michelin all-season tires, which is the proper one. So these are the all-season 4s, and they are 3 to 4 years old, so still plenty of life left in those. And you can see just how straight and nice this car is. Coming around the back, you can see about the only ding or blemish that I found on this car is this right here on the trunk lid. But around the side, it doesn't look like they parked it next to their other cars in the garage. No dings along the side. Everything looks good, and not really much to write home about in the way of paint blemishes either. No crazy scratches or anything. Like I said, it was just recently polished and waxed, so it is looking pretty good. With that said, even though it is a little chilly out here today, we will go ahead and put the roof down for a moment before we go for a drive, just to show how that works, which you can actually do from outside the car as well, but we'll just go ahead and do it from inside. So before I moved it into this position, we did a cold start in its parking spot, so we'll go ahead and clip that in, and then we'll be back in just a moment. In neutral there with the 6-speed manual. You can see this one is also equipped with the panoramic sunroof, which is the correct option to have. Gives you that nice open air experience even if you have the roof closed. But all you have to do on these modern Mercedes is flip up this little panel here. You get your all window control. So this does all the windows all at once, which is a great feature. All convertibles should have it, even though a lot of them do not. So all we'll do is pull up on the roof control here, and it will start its sequence. So there we have top down. Doesn't take long at all, and the nice thing with this one is it still retains its windscreen, which a lot of times they go missing, but this is a very welcome feature when you have the top down. As what's left of my hair here, I don't want to get blown around all the time. Works flawlessly. We'll go ahead and put it up, and then we'll go for a drive. So same thing here, but opposite. I'm going to push down on the roof control. So it'll first pull up the deck lid. Lots of movements here. Brings up the roof, latches that in, and down goes the trunk lid. And we are back to coupe motoring. But, we'll go ahead and have cameraman jump in here in the warm. We've got the heated seats and also what is called your air scarf equipped in this one. And what that is, if you look here on your headrest, there are some vents here, and you're like, oh, what are those? But they're actually heater grids and little fans behind there, so that if you have top down and it's a little chilly outside, you can still enjoy the top-down experience because you'll have some nice warm air blowing on the back of your neck there. So for the sake of audio quality, we have put up the windows, electronic parking brake, clutch in and off we go. I do like that these are geared to a point that you don't really need to give any throttle on takeoff. You can just ease out the clutch, or however you want to drive it. And these late Mercedes manuals are just really good, nice and tight shifting. The earlier ones had a strange, I don't know, it's like they tried to make the shifting very smooth in the earlier SLKs and so forth, but these are the late one, which is a direct shift and has a much more positive feel and a lot less of on center or even in gear play. Clutch feels great. That's always kind of been the complaint about Mercedes manuals, is that they make them a little too soft and luxurious, but in the SLK, this one feels great. It has a nice positive bite point right in the middle and gives you a good bit of feel, which is kind of there's a lot of manuals of these eras and from luxury brands have a what they call like a clutch delay valve, so that no matter how fast you actuated the clutch pedal, it had a little restrictive valve in the clutch line so that it would engage smoothly even if you just dumped the clutch or however you drove it. But these do not have that, so it is a nice direct feel. And it does have the brake hold feature, so if you just push the brake a little harder at a stop sign, it'll hold the brakes for you as long as you sit there, so you don't have to sit there with your foot on the brake. So still get some luxury touches. And you may catch here, if the camera can catch the gauge cluster there, you get your gear suggestion as well, which I'm not going to listen to, but it'll even tell you to skip gears. I was in third there and it wanted me to go to fifth, just based on your throttle input. Like I said earlier, this is the M271 Evo. So these originally came out about 2002, 2003, and they were originally supercharged in most cars here in the US anyhow. And for the late production of the 204 C-Class and the 172 here, they equipped it with a turbocharger and stuck it in these, and that's when they called it the Evo, which is the last generation of this before it was replaced with the M274. But lots of character in this engine. It has a great grumbly 4-cylinder exhaust note and lots of torque and makes lots of boost, which makes it a whole lot of fun. So that's kind of a downside of a lot of 4-cylinder sports cars that you drive, is that there's just not a lot of low-end power, but not the case on this one. They do respond well to tuning if you are into that, because turbo lag can be a little bit of a thing, but it feels pretty good in this one. And you can keep it, just around 3,000 RPM, and it pulls you along very nicely once you're in the boost. And the ratios are pretty close, which helps for a fun and exciting experience, that you're not falling out of the power band every time you change gear. And one of my favorite things about this generation SLK is the chassis. It is so tight and sharp. They really made it sporty, which the SL, its bigger brother, had gotten away from over many years. They also offered this in a 350 with a naturally aspirated V6, but that one was available automatic only. So to get the 6-speed, you had to have the 250. But like I said, the character of this engine is a lot of fun. And you get some fun turbo noises and stuff too. Not super loud, but this is a Mercedes after all. If you are a audiophile like myself, this one is equipped with the Harman Kardon upgraded sound system. One of my favorite things about Mercedes convertibles is that they really put some attention into the sound system, is they always have a lot more power than their sedan or coupe counterpart, or so it seems. Maybe it's a placebo thing. It does have quite a lot of power, lots of bass response, which I enjoy, and it has lots of volume. So if you're still doing higher speeds, we'll call it, with the top down, you can still listen to your favorite music. You can see in gear there is very minimal play in the gear shifter. Just very easy. You can see just a couple finger shifter action. It's right there at your palm. You still have your HD radio. It has Bluetooth. It is connected to my phone right now. So Bluetooth audio as well as phone interface as well. Get a media interface, USB, all the common stuff. No, you don't get Apple CarPlay, but I know there are some like piggyback tie-in systems that people like to use. Fortunately, it's not dark enough quite to see, but this one is also equipped with ambient lighting, which is part of the one of the option packages that this one has, and it is in solar red, which against the aluminum trim looks really good. You might be able to get a shot of it right in there, but at night it is a pretty nice experience in here. It's just that tight cabin. Just feels like a proper sports car. So these were originally rated at 201 horsepower, and I forget the torque figure, but we'll stick it up in there somewhere. But that is the number you want, because that is what gets you moving, gets you that nice shove into the seat. But these always felt a little stronger than their power output, and who knows, this one may have a tune on it. It's not an easy thing to see, but this one does feel quite strong. There, a little heavier braking. Nice and straight coming to a stop. Unfortunately, there hasn't been a Benz Club mountain run recently, or I definitely would have taken this one on it, because it is the perfect car, I think, for something like that. Because hey, even with the, you get up into the elevation of the mountains, you still have good power because of the turbocharger. And even on this little bit of a damp day, it's got plenty of grip from the Michelin tires. Here, no hands, drive straight down the road. I know there is a little bit of a camber in this road, but drive straight, steering wheel straight, you know, everything you'd expect from a low mileage car like this. But we'll go ahead and go a quick ride with the top down. So we've got the air scarf and everything going so that we can stay warm in here. This one, being a coming from Texas, has some nice tinted windows already, if you're into that sort of thing. Just pull strong through a whole gear there. And like I said, with that windscreen and the windows up, you don't get a whole lot of wind buffeting. Me being a little taller, I get just a little bit, but cameraman's hair is very still over there. Here in sixth, still got plenty of torque to accelerate nicely. This is where this car shines. Nice open road, curvy, 2 lanes so you can pass the slow people. And wind in your hair. And a nice, tight little sports car package. So here we are back at the shop after a nice ride. Even though it is a little chilly outside, the top-down experience was still pretty enjoyable. But while I've got it down, let's go ahead and listen to this little 4-cylinder, because it actually does sound pretty good. Like I said, it's just that nice, very throaty, rumbly, instead of that just kind of bumblebee sounding 4-cylinder, which I don't really care for. So there it is, our 2013 SLK 250 with the coveted 6-speed manual in the beautiful palladium silver with the ash gray and black interior. And of course, with the AMG Sport package, just completes the whole package. a great looking little sports car for a great weekend or even a daily driver. But we are excited to see this one go to its new home. If you want to see more from us, there's always more and exciting stuff coming. Check out our Bring a Trailer page. You can follow that, as well as our YouTube. Subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get notified when the next car is up or the next mechanic video for the MotorWerks side of the business. And thank you all for watching. Look forward to seeing you on the next one.